Nelson Mandela once said that education is the most powerful tool one can use to change the world. Enshrined in the Constitution and Freedom Charter, further affirmed by anti-apartheid struggle stalwart Chris Hani, the call for free higher education was made before the dawn of democracy as an important component in our country's freedom. Government has withdrawn the draft regulations that would have seen citizens who have student debt as potentially blacklisted. But what price do citizens pay to attain higher education? Is it even affordable? Citizen Camp brings you the voices of students from various institutions on this very contentious issue.
Just last year, I couldn't get my results because I was owing the institution myself. Thankfully, because I have family members who managed to help out, I managed to get my marks, but not everyone has that privilege. So it's important for the government to think of students who are in my position, who are less fortunate, who are barely surviving, you know, and are trying their all-time best just to get by.
It showed how public participation in South Africa plays a very crucial role in reflecting democracy, right? Because everyone came together and voiced out. So that means when we are united, we can also have an impact in changing the policies of the government. So I think it's going to impact us very good because we're able to then study and also further our studies without worrying or having the pressure to pay the institutions back.
Earnings this parent to black students, or rather disadvantaged students. It's like maybe you want them to study but not have their dream job. So it's like not necessarily going to help them maybe strive and help their families. So at the end of the day, it's insignificant or is useless for them to pursue these studies and these qualifications.
It put the futures of young people in danger because now young people some would have been scared to pursue education because now they know that they'll be faced with financial crisis. You know, it's not nice being in debt because now it becomes difficult for you to pay off the debt.
When we create a system that allows people to study for free at institutions of higher learning, we are ultimately going to, in future, save in social grants, save in free housing, save in free public health care, and also build a layer of young people that are going to contribute to the tech sector in South Africa.
In a country where, you know, poverty is very much entrenched and, you know, given the history of apartheid, you know, that cycle of trying to break poverty, I think the government should be taking initiatives towards aiding that and allowing people to get degrees so that they can break that cycle.
At the end of the day, it comes down to, if I had the money, I would have paid, but I don't have the money. So I think in terms of our view, we are very clear in saying that we reject this amendment. Yet it is still part, even though it was withdrawn, it is still part of the 2006 bill. So I think as students, we are very clear in saying that we are grateful that it is withdrawn because I don't have the money to pay, but it is still in the 2006 bill, which should be removed.
We define these neoliberal institutions as tombstone, beautiful on the outside but rotten on the inside. And you are 6 feet under in terms of being financially excluded. So we are calling on the institution to come in and also pump in money because we know that there's a lot of money in the reserves of this institution.
There's a reason why students apply for NSFAS. There's a reason why students who are vulnerable end up in debt unwillingly due to systemic barriers. And so I believe that institutions of higher learning are liable, but also it is in an account for these very enterprises that are bigger than the small, medium ones that are being protected at this current juncture to be able to raise funds for students, because there is no other possible or feasible way that students will be able to pay the fees for themselves.
A country that invests in free higher education makes a social investment towards young people, its economy, and alleviating inequality. South Africa's democracy would be incomplete without free higher education. While students welcome the withdrawal of draft regulations, there is, however, a call for longer-term solutions to alleviate student debt, as many students find themselves trapped in the same cycle, being unable to register at the start of each year.